Hey everyone, and welcome to day 3's tutorial. Extremely late, I know, but I'm catching up on the voiceovers and getting them up for you all, and hopefully over the next couple of days you'll just get a bulk influx of all these tutorial videos. Anyway, I've got this Winterberry kit by My Mind's Eye. My partner for the swap, Corinne, I know she likes this and wanted to use it for her Christmas collection, and I just thought I'd add some little goodies. So I've got all this wood veneer here, and I've just made a little sequin mix, and I'm going to use this little envelope template that I just have used a small envelope to trace around, and I'm just using this star vellum. So I'm going to fold up the vellum once I worked out which way it went, because those little stars were obviously clearer on one side more than the other. So just folding it, and I'm just going to use double-sided tape to close it off. And so far what I've added is some little hexagon red sequins and some black and some clear glass beads. So that's all that goes into this mix. Nice and simple. You don't always, when you're mixing sequins, not that I'm an expert, I've done it like maybe 4 or 5 times now. You don't always have to overdo it, I find. Sometimes just 1, 2, well, not one, that's not a sequin mix, but 2 or 3 different sequins or types of beads is enough to make a variety and make it pop and off your page or in your sequin pocket. And this way it goes so nicely with the collection. So the collection, obviously, as you can see, even though there's a little bit of glare because of the plastic that it's in, is this darkish green and this darkish red with some black and white. And I actually really love this kit and this collection. And so when I didn't even know about it till Corinne we were just talking about our December daily and the things, things we like. And she showed me this collection and I was like, wow, that is really pretty. Anyway, so you can see I've got this little sequin mix here, and I do make a little tag and label it just for the fun of it, giving it a name. And you can see I've got the chipboard, the project like pocket page cards, enamel dots, the ephemera, and then the packet of paper, which also comes with a sticker sheet as well. So that's enough. It's really nice to just get a collection, but I have made myself a goal and have obviously overdone it with planning, obviously, which is why my tutorials are going up late. However, my goal was to make something every day or make something to go with the present every day so that I could share with you here on YouTube, but also so that I could put my little touches on each of the presents. So just double-siding taping this label onto the vellum pocket, and that's just going to sit on the top there. Now, out of the corner of my eye, I seen this Christmas tree trim. It's like made out of felt, and it's sort of like, it's wrapped up like ribbon is. And so I've just put 2 of them over, actually 3 at the moment, but I pull it back and just have 2 strands of this Christmas tree ribbon. One, because the colour of green goes so well together. It's Christmassy, but also it just is a nice addition of texture and goodness down the bottom of that kit. So just going through my other goodies, I've also got this Just Add Flair badges they're gold and black, so they go nicely together. And I found all my Christmas sequins, and I'm going to make another sequin mix. So starting with some Christmas trees. So this one's a bit more wilder with variety. Now that was the wrong red, I thought, but then I thought, nope, that would be fine. You can have a little touch of foil kind of gold, red, sorry, not gold. And then I'm adding some of these stars here. So that brings in some of the white and continues on that red and green. So when you are thinking about, you don't want to go out and buy a million different sequins just because you want to mix something to match. Think about the colours, and tones on tone are really nice when you're matching and adding things together. So if you're doing something with pink and it's a bright pink, but you've got some light pink colours as well in your sequin mix, then add them together, because it's nice to add those little tones of pink in that case to round out what's going on. Anyway, I've had some black glass beads and some red and green hexagons, and they just all come in that sequin shaker. So they're all little hexagon shapes, but they're all different colours. I just got that at a cheap shop. And then there's these small iridescent sequins that I've mixed all together, and I like to just mix it with my finger so that it doesn't become too staticky on whatever tool you're mixing with. But just to see if it needs anything else before I put it in its little package. So I've got this vellum pocket here, another one that I've made, and I'm just using washi tape to close them up because I want Corinne to be able to open them and use them, or look at them and then, put them back and use them another day. So I'm just going to add another label and a name for it, because it's just cute. I don't know if you've noticed, and I know this is only day 3 of tutorials, but you'll notice that my packaging for the presents are just something cute and a bit extra just for the fun of it, because not only is it fun to open a present, but also it is fun to open a present, so opening the wrapping, but then also to delve into its packaging and find out what's in there and what's hidden and what every little bit and piece of it is. It's a bit like when you order, if you order online from America or whatever, and it takes a while to get here and you forget what you've purchased, or you have an idea but you don't remember exactly what it looks like, and it gets here and you open it up and you just want to touch everything and turn it over backwards and forwards and find out what it all looks like, and it's just a really nice surprise. So adding in some of these gold hearts just to bring in a pop of the gold. And then I'm just really looking at what I've got. So yes, I've brought the collection for her for this present, but then I wanted to add some of my own personal touch with my stash. So I've got these tassels here that I've made, and there's many tutorials on YouTube, and that's how I learnt how to make them. And so they're just on there, and then I'm trying to work out how to package up these wood veneer. So so even though this is day 3 tutorial, this wasn't the 3rd project that I've made. So I've got this envelope template, then I've got about 4 or 5 now, because I've made different things with different sizes. And this one I'm going to use this little bit of tulle. It's clear, not clear, it's white. And it was really hard to cut out because obviously it's not laying flat, and it's very hard to maneuver around a template. But I get there in the end. It doesn't have to be perfect because you are folding it up, and you can cut down little bits and pieces and make it look appealing. And I just thought that netting would be a nice little touch. It's like the vellum. It's see-through, so it gives you a pop of an element of surprise in terms of you can see what's in there. Generally, you can say, okay, yep, it's wood veneer. But when you open it, you really get to see what's in there. So just using a million staples to hold it closed. I knew glue wasn't going to work. So chucking them in there. And that way she's got little packages. It's sort of like when you open your ephemera pack and you can go, oh yeah, I can, I have a general idea. I can see some of this and this, and it's like, oh, that's pretty. And then when you open it, you're like, oh, there's this as well, and oh my gosh, there's that. So it's nice to be able to say, okay, yep, there's this cute little netting envelope, and I can sort of see that it's wood veneer, and I can see an arrow, and I can see a person. But then when you open it, it's so much better. So I did go through my stash of wood veneer, and I've pulled out enough of those little potty people for her family, and I'm putting in those tassels, and I do consider putting them in, but I thought they're packaged so nicely that it'd be nice to add in there. And I do consider putting this in, but the more you fold it, the less it is, less sturdy it is, and also it didn't fit. So I'm just going to work out how I'm going to close that, because as you know, I have stapled the sides badly because now I'm fixing them up because wood veneer fell out the edge. It's sort of like sequins. Sequins fall out of just the tiniest hole, it seems, but this wasn't really a tiny hole because it's wood veneer. But that's okay. just use a whole package of staples on one little bag. But it's worth it because the effect is so cute. I really like this little packaging. So I am going to work out how to close it, and then I am going to lay it all out and wrap it up. So I do use a binder clip because I thought that holds it closed, and I do add a little something to it. A little label, I think, or a die cut. I can't remember. Thinking fingers, thinking. Oh, that's right. So there's this gold tinsel bows that are in my stash. I think I brought them last year, but I think they're from even the year before. So here's my little label. I'm making it a bit bigger because obviously this pocket is bigger than the vellum pockets that have got the sequins in it. And the smaller ones for the sequins, I couldn't put a hole in for the tag. And then I was like, I don't really need that hole either. So I cover it up with the gold bow. I do try to put double-sided tape on it, forgetting that it was the netting bag. I didn't think about what I was doing, but that's okay. Just put it on there and use the binder clip to make sure it's all closed. Laying it out, and then I'm going to write on it, I believe. Why did I put it on without writing on it? That's a bit silly. Anyway, I'm going to fix that up, write on it now. And then that is going to be my little collection plus my extra personal touch goodies on top of it. And what I do when I'm packaging it up, I just loop over some washi tape so that it's like double-sided, and stick those vellum pockets and ephemera, this netting bag and things onto that paper pack so that it all remains somewhat nice when she opens the package, hopefully, that it's sitting in a spot that looks really nice. So just positioning where I want things to pop, and so you can see a little bit of everything. And I will use that washi. I don't actually show you that, but then I wrap it up and I send it on its way. So thanks for visiting the channel today, and I hope you're enjoying these tutorials. I'll catch you next time. Bye.